Stampers, it's Gigi with Stampfunatics, and I have a card and a little gift box that I'm going to share with you today. I needed a really quick and easy card to do for our first Holy Communion that I've been invited to in about another week or so. And so I thought, oh, I better get started on that. And then I also had ordered a gift for her, and I ordered this cute little bracelet. It's a decade. It's just, 10 beads on there, and it also had her little initial put on it with her cross, and also one of her father on there too, which I ordered online, and it just came out beautiful. So I needed a little box for this too, and I'm going to show you real quick. So while I was scrambling around, I realized, oh, I don't really have a saying for a First Holy Communion. Now, I've looked in our new catalog coming out, and there's some great sayings for baptism, communion. It's definitely on my order list, but I just won't be able to get it in time. So when you don't have something, you have to improvise. So I did have some of these punches, which were going to go, they're on the retiring list. I'm so sad to see the bitty butterfly punch go, but that's what I used for my butterflies. I'm also using the stitched framelits, and I used the smallest circle that I just punched, or actually ran it through my Big Shot, and I took one of those. I'm using a stamp set. Believe it or not, it's Christmas. That was the reason for the season, which is also retiring. And this Peace Be With You was in there, and we do say that in our church. So I thought, beautiful, beautiful saying for a communion. And I am also going to be using my powder pink, which is one of the new colors that we have coming out in the new catalog. So I thought I'd go ahead and do it in that, but you can use Blushing Bride or Pink Pirouette, would work just as well. And I'm also going to be using that cardstock. The first thing I did, though, is I got my thick cardstock, and I always kind of circle that till I make sure that this is the thick white. I love using this for a plain card. So I have a card base that I'll be using that's in the thick white. And then for stamping, I just use a piece of our Whisper White. And then I also have some of the new, what's it called again? Powder pink cardstock that I'm going to cut my butterflies and my circle in the back from. So I'll show you how I did this. I took some of my circle punches. Now I have a 1.5 inch that I actually just went towards the bottom of the card, and I just punched out a circle. Just kind of make it straight like that. And then I took a bigger circle punch. This one is, sorry with the lights, it's hard to see, 1 3/4 inch. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to punch that out of my new powder pink color. Okay. And then I just took a little bit of glue and put it around the circle like this. There we go. I think I'm getting out of glue. Hang on. There we go. All right. And I'm just going to put my circle right over that. I'm going to get a little paper towel because I did overdo it. And so when you see it from this side, you're just going to see the pink. I'm going to put my silicone mat down just because I don't want my surface to get sticky. Okay. So before I start embellishing on it, I do have my 1/4 round punch. Now this is also going on the retirement list. Sad to see it go because I really use it a lot. And I'm just going to take it and round my corners. There we go. Let me just get rid of that. Okay. All right. So that's the way it goes. All right. Now, the next thing I did was I'm going to go ahead and stamp my Peace Be With You. Make sure that I stamp well. So otherwise, I'll have to start over. Okay, let's try to get this straight. Here, let's get stamp. And then the rest is just punching out some butterflies. Like I said, I needed a quick and easy card. Let's get my butterfly punch. And I'm going to be punching out 4 of them. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And one of them I decided I was just going to take some of my glue dots. And what I do is I just kind of roll it a little bit in my nail just because I don't want it flat. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to just put that right in the center of the butterfly like that so that I can pull the wings up a little. And then I'm just putting it right in the middle of my circle. And I'm going to take a dimensional and just pop that one up. And I'll just put him right about there. And then the other ones, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to keep rolling it up a little bit, the glue dot, and then putting it on the center of my butterfly, making sure it'll fold up. And then I'm just going to put it in different directions, one this way, one that way, just kind of back and forth. There we go. And let's do another one. There we are, put it that way. And I'm just going to pull his wings up a little. And then maybe just one more. And that was so easy. Put him going maybe that way. All right. Okay. So, the only other thing I'm doing now is adding my pearls. So I'm going to take my paper piercer because it's easier for me to pick up pearls this way. And the ones that are in the strip seem to work well. Now the card that I did before, I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down. So I'm going to do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then just break the little thread. And I'm going to go ahead and just lay that down in my card. And you might have to play around with it a little bit. And make sure you get them straight. And there we go. Maybe over just a little bit more. All right, and then I did 2 on each side, if you can see. So let's take 2 there. And then if you have any excess glue that comes off of those little threads, I just tuck them underneath and then straighten it back out. Okay, and I need 2 more, so let's take it from this end maybe. And we'll do 2 there, and that makes my little cross. And tuck some of that excess adhesive underneath. Okay, I think that's pretty straight. Let's get that over just a bit more. Maybe that one too. And what's great about these is you can move them around a little bit. Just keep getting them to where you want them. Okay, and then on each butterfly, I just put 2 more little pearls. So I just took off, let's pull that out. I'm gonna kind of stretch that. So let's go this way. And I just put 2 in there, right in the center where I had my adhesive underneath. And then I'm gonna get 2 more here. I mean, I love the way this card came out, and it was pretty easy. I was getting a little panicky because I didn't have something that said christening, but it just goes to show that you can always just improvise. So let's put 2 more there, and then our card is almost done. Okay. So the only other thing I did was I did put this flat on my card because I've already popped this up, and I already have the butterflies that are sort of popped up. So I did just add some fast fuse or snail, whatever you want to use. And then on my thick white card base, I'm just going to add this card. And it's just a white on white, very simple, elegant communion card. Let's get that a little straighter there. There we go. And there you have it. And that's it. So that's it for the card. And that's what we've made there. But then I needed something for my gift. And so I have this box here. And I decided I was just going to measure it and use my gift box. So I measured, and I needed about 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then at least like 1 1/4 or 1 1/2. So I looked on my punch board, to see what I could use, and I came down to a 3 1/4 and 3 1/4 by 1 3/4, which was this one right here. And it said I need paper size 8 by 8. I'm going to start line at the large, and then I'm going to, my diagonal line, use the small. Okay, so that's how we're going to work that. So let me show you this again on this box. I absolutely am sad that we're getting rid of this one. It's going into retirement, so if you haven't gotten it yet, you can get it on the retirement. It's a great deal. So I've cut a new piece of our daisy paper that's coming out June 1st. Again, you can use whatever paper you want, and I did cut it the 8 by 8. And now I'm just going to find my large line, which is here, and put it up against it, push it all the way up. I'm going to punch. I'm going to take this and go out to my horizontal line. I'm going to go on this side, come down to my vertical line, and then on the small, I'm just coming to that score line. And I'm going to do that on all 4 sides. So I'm just going to keep punching. And this is a pretty quick and easy box. When I can't find the exact size that I want or I need, I usually come to this, and it usually will work out for me. So let me show you real quick. I'm going to go horizontal, I'm going to go vertical, and then the small. And around again. And that should be our last side. Okay, and small. And so now we've got all 4 sides cut, but what we want to do is just flip it over, go back to our large mount, and this time we're just going to punch on all 4 sides. And that's it for our board. Like I said, I'm not going to be getting rid of mine. I absolutely love it. I'm sorry they're not going to have it anymore, but I'll still probably use it here and there. So now I'm just going to take my bone folder, and I'm just going to fold up on all my lines on each side. And I did forget to do one step, which is put the notches in so we can close the box. So as soon as I get my lines done, I'll come back to that. Okay, and then these little lines, I don't really score. I just kind of push on them when I make the box, and I'll show you. But let's come back and let's put the notches in. And the notches are to the back of our board here. We're just going to put it in against the 2 sides and pinch. And just do that all the way around on the 4 triangles. Okay, now we're done. Just remember to clean off those little pieces underneath so that they don't get in your work. Okay, so now I have a box shape, and I'm just going to go ahead and fold in the corners just with my fingers. You can take your bone folder if you want. When it's just designer paper, I don't find it that hard to just fold it in myself. But if it was cardstock or something heavier, you might want to do it and give it a good crease with your bone folder. Okay, so now I'm just going to put my box in, and I'm going to take my 2 corners and put the notches together like that. And then I'm going to come up on this side and put the notches in again. And this would be a pretty easy box for her to open too, since she is young. So that's my pretty box. And then it needed something on top. So I am going to use this Daisy Delight. I absolutely love this daisy. And I'm actually going to pick some of the colors that are in this beautiful paper. And I'm going to do, I think, the Daffodil Delight. And then I think I'm going to use the same pink I used before and use the powder pink. So I'm just going to do 2 stamps. Let me get a piece. There's my scrap. I'm just going to take my daisy stamp. And when you stamp this, you do want to make sure your daisy goes 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. If you do it that way, after you stamp, your punch is going to fit it perfectly. And let me show you what I mean. So when you put it in, you're just going to put it straight down, kind of even it out. Let me do it this way because I think my paper is too wide. Let me cut off a little piece of paper here. Just got that a little bit too wide there. Now it fits down in there real well. And I'm just going to line it up and punch. I have one of those colors. And then I'm going to clean off my stamp, and I'm going to go ahead and use some Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp one of my daisies with the Daffodil Delight. Go ahead and close that up. And I'll do it right there. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my two daisies and I'm just going to layer them on top of each other. Okay, so I've got my two daisies in my box. And let's see if I want the pink on top or the yellow on top. They really both look pretty good, so it's really hard to tell. But I think I'm going to put the, oh, maybe I'll go back the other way. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll put the pink on top. So I'm going to take one of my dimensionals and just put it right in the middle there. And just spiral my daisies so that they're not on top of each other, but they kind of go around. And then put another dimensional to close it on the box. Like that. I'm going to kind of pull some of the petals up just to make it look pretty like a flower. And for the last thing I'm going to do, I am going to take one of my, these are called gold faceted gems, and they're coming out in the new catalog, and I'm going to take one of them and just put it right in the center of my daisy just to give it a little bit of sparkle on her special day. And there you have it. So now I've got my card ready and I have my gift, and so I'm good to go. So I hope you enjoyed this video today and take advantage of some of the items on the retirement list. Some of these products are going away, so you don't want to miss out. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks.